folks, there is one gardening implement that everybody needs. And I really am not interested in excuses like my garden's only this big or that big, because everybody prunes, everybody cleans up. You end up with stuff like this all around you. And what do we end up doing? Well, 9 times out of 10, we don't have the patience to chop these little bits up, like these sticks, into small little bits to put in our compost heap. We end up having to hire a trailer, get somebody to come and take them away, or we end up with a compost heap that's like about this big in our back gardens and wonder where on earth it came from. The guy that you need is a shredder. More importantly, this guy. He is so powerful, and like, there are not many men in my life, but this I call a man. He's fabulous. It'll chew through anything. What I love about it, it's got a grinding system. So almost the same way they make sugarcane, they put it through big flat grinders so nothing gets stuck. And in this guy, it works perfectly. It's got a forward motion, and if something does get stuck, you've also got a reverse motion. So it simply just pulls it right back. And can take anything from little guys like this up to 7 centimeters and will just eat through them. The part that is the problem, and sometimes the problem, is that when you start using this thing, you don't want to stop. You will go pruning ballistic in your garden and find anything to prune and put in here, and possibly even mother-in-laws. Did I mention that? Never mind. This guy is great for the garden, and what's more important is that it makes mulch. It makes the most amazing mulch, which we can put into our gardens and feed organic content back into our soils, get the carbon levels right, which is the basic lifeblood of all our plants. So let me show you how this beast works, and let's get going. So it's really easy to use, guys. Here's the little button. There's the forward motion. Here you can see the arrows pointing down, and this is the reverse motion. To put it into the reverse motion, you have to click this down. So don't get worried that you might confuse yourself. There's no ways of turning it into reverse unless you have put that little clip down. Okay, so we want forward motion. We want to chew all this stuff up and turn it into mulch. Well, folks, you can see why you just want to do more. The fact that it just like pulls them in. Oh, it's almost like one of those apocalypse movies. Yeah, that's it. Things being eaten up, except this is for a really good cause. So let's take a look at what it makes. There's a little clip on the back here. Literally just undo it. Oh man, and now we're talking. Look at this. All of those branches. Oh, now this is gardening. Smell it, it smells earthy. Look how finely it's been ground up. This is the stuff that feeds your garden. This is compost in the making. It's mulch that you're going to put around your plants, and the mulch just adds those elements in our garden and into our soil that are missing. It adds micronutrients. It gets all the good hohos working in the garden and makes sure that your soil is not being baked by the glazing sun. And all of those branches broken up into literally this. This is food. Folks, a couple of safety aspects about this gadget, and it's all very practical, and let's think about it logically. Number one, wear some gloves, all right? Helping for any bits on the branches, and just for pure protection. Wear some glasses, safety glasses, in case anything does shoot back up, which is highly unlikely as well, but we just want to make sure. Now, here's the part. If it won't fit through the hole here, it's not meant to go in. All right, that's your guideline. Here are your 4 little guys that groove and allow it and feed it in, but if your branch cannot fit in one of these, it's not meant to go in. Get it? All right, the next thing is, as you are feeding them in here, people might wonder, my goodness, could my hand not get stuck? Folks, this little grinder is about 30 centimeters from the top here. There's no ways that I can possibly even get my hand in there. Even if I did and I put this machine on, it's certainly not. It's so far away. It's still about 20 centimeters away. So you don't need to be scared of that. Most importantly, it crunches up everything. Be practical, be safe, and be logical, and it'll be fine. But right now, it's time to put this guy onto the garden. So guys, this garden here is really a dream come true. I've been wanting this section of my garden for years and years and years, and finally I'm able to do it. You know, it's like eat the elephant in bite-sized chunks. So I've got a lychee tree, an avo tree, and a mango tree, and really this was a dead space. Nothing happening in it. These branches were really low. You would have seen previously we've used a chainsaw to attack some of these branches, and all we've done is lifted the canopy. You can see behind me here, there are traces of some of the branches that were here, and all we've done is just simply lifted them. By doing that, we've opened up a whole new gardening section. And think about that in your garden. Have you got some large shrubs or even just a tree which might need just a bit of lifting? You might think you've got no garden to work in, but as soon as you lift that area, just literally lift the base, all of a sudden you can garden underneath there. And that's when things really come alive. So we took the soil, it was pretty dead. There were lots of leaves here, and all we did was we added compost, loads of it, some bone meal, some organic fertilizer, and turned it all over, and now we've got this beautiful, lush soil to be able to plant in. And come and take a look here. So in here now, the prepped soil, you can see I can literally move it and break it up with my hands, and that is what prepped soil should be like. When you are planting plants into a garden bed, you should have dug down to a fork's length so that you can move it around, and it gives these plant roots the easiest opportunity to be able to spread out and get settled in the garden bed. And all of this beautiful mulch that I've got here, well, what we do with it is just take it, empty it out, and this is where we get to use the leftovers. I think of it, all those branches turned into this, and all we're going to do is put it around these plants to imitate a forest floor. Remember, clivias grow naturally in deep forests, coastal areas, inland areas where it's a warm climate, where they can live under these forest trees, the established trees, and all the leaves that fall then from the forest gets turned into beautiful compost. And here we're imitating that by putting the mulch down. Not only is the mulch going to keep the moisture in the soil, once it starts breaking down, it's going to add all that beautiful organic content. And I know that my 200 clivias, to be precise, are going to be so happy. So whilst pruning and lifting a lot of these trees, of course we ended up with some really big guys that couldn't get put through the shredder. So what do we do with them? Whatever you do, please don't give them away. Don't let somebody come and take them away in a truck to go to a dump. I've used them here to create a wall. So it's a log wall feature. So as you're walking down, you catch a glimpse of it, and then behind it is the surprise of the clivias. For me, it works really well. Plus, this is a giant bug hotel. I can't wait to see all the little insects, the skinks that are going to come and live in here. And it just looks gorgeous with all the lichen on it. And in time, when I need some wood for a big fire, well, I know just where to get it.